All right, Shalom. Let me get straight into this lesson. But I got inspiration through the elder Matazakba when he was going into you Israelites that know you Israelites, but you still in a Christian state of mind, right? What does that mean? So you have in some cases when our people find out that the Israelites, Hebrew Israelites, right? That's all they know. They just know they're Hebrew Israelite, and they claim to be woken up, but yet they still carry on the traditions of what they learned in the so-called Christian church. And that means you haven't been reborn and you don't know what's going on. And you can be aware that you're Israelite and still be very, very much so lost, right? And some of you Israelites that know you Israelites, you're a real headache, you're a menace because you have really no understanding, right? So these can be some of the worst people to deal with, right? It's better than some of you never even knew the truth outside of this, congregation. But yet, let me get in the lesson. So this is what you see in a typical, Christian church. You got silly women in there laden with iniquity, and you can see, look at these two Jakes right here. They ain't feeling it, but Jake don't know why they feel a certain way. They ain't feeling it, right? These two Jakes. You can tell by their expression they there because one of them women done dragged them there, right? But just check out this. So you actually got Israelite teachers, right? So what they'll do, their congregation look just like this. And the people that's they even still have Sunday service, right? Like nothing has changed. It's the identical um packages, the Christian church, right? And so you have these people, these bug outs that come around us and watch our videos with very to no understanding. They just know they're Israelite, but they still Christians in the spirit. They haven't been reborn. They don't have the understanding of the scriptures, right? It's just like you're dealing with somebody that's a Christian. They know they're Israelites, right? And that's another hell of a trap to be into, right? So let's go here. So we call them Christian Hebrew Israelite Christians because they still subscribe to most of the Christianity doctrine, all them lies that they grew up on, but yet they know they're Israelite. That's madness. Let's go here. Isaiah 30 and 10. They still calling on JC. They still using the name, these false names and so on and so forth. They still believe in a lot of the false doctrine of Christianity. They believe in most of all of it, but they just know they're Israelites. Isaiah 30 and 10. Just because you woke up to your Israelite don't mean nothing. That is just an entry. That's a start. It says, Isaiah 30 and 10, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Right? So our people don't want to hear lamentations more than more. They want to hear bad stuff. But yet they say they believe in the Bible. Yet they say they have some kind of understanding, but they don't. They still in the mindset of a Christian. It says, let me finish this up. It says, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. So some of our people, when they wake up, they want us to come into the delivery. They want us to talk just like the Christian pastor they grew up on. They want our delivery to be the same way. And when it's not to their liking, right? They start bugging out. They start, just start going mentally insane because we're not in the presentation of that Christian pastor that they love so much. So what's the point of you waking up if you're just gonna hold fast to those things that you was taught, all those lies? All right, so let's go here. So our people they want to hit a Christian pastor, right? They want to hit a motivational because a modern day Christian pastor is just a motivational speaker disguised as a so-called pastor, right? These are false prophets. So let's go to this word smooth things. That's what our people want to hear, right? So they don't like the harshness, and sometimes we use rough language. They don't like that. They think that's not godly. But it go to show you that they've been under this hell of a drug called Christianity, and they soft, right? They can't handle the truth, right? Sometimes the truth is not going to be pretty. This word smooth things goes back into, I'm going to get straight to the point. It says smooth part, smoothness, flattery. That's what they want to hear. Flattery. Let's go to this word flattery. right? So flattery. And that's why you see a multitude of women flocking to these so-called Christian pastors, because the so-called Christian pastors like tell them what they want to hear, right? In exchange, the women feel good and they give the so-called pastor money, so-called money. It says flattery. It says the act of praising someone. That's when you go to the Christian church, that's what they do, right? They give you a motivational speak. It's flattery that you can't do no wrong. Everything is all good. So-called God is with you no matter what. No, it's often in a way that is not sincere because you want something from them. Yeah, because they want your money. So they come in sheep clothing, but they're a wolf, and you can't. A lot of people can't see that because they just don't have the spiritual eyesight. It says flattery. It says flattery, compliment, or speech, excessive, insincere praise. So that's all you hear in the Christian church. You hear no rebuke going on, right? But going back into my point, you got a multitude of our people have woken up. They know they're Israelites, but their mindset is still in the Christianity mindset. They're still going about all those traditions, and it's different extremes, right? I even saw one Israelite, Jake, so-called pastor, was teaching on Sunday. What the f is that? You know what I'm saying? Still in the likeness of a Christian church, but that's what our people. That's all they're used to. That's what they're accustomed to. So that's why they gravitate to these so-called Christian pastors. Let's go here. Ezekiel 33 and 31. It says, "And they come unto thee as the people cometh. They sit before thee as my people, and they hear my words." So this is when they come watch our videos, right? I'm just using an analogy, right? And we telling you what the truth is, and it's plain and simple, but our people don't want that. But they would not do them, right? They'll say shalom, all these different things in some cases, but yet they still got their own ideas of what they believe, right? For with their mouth they show much love. Shalom, brother, it was a good lesson, but inwardly, right? They got a different agenda. They not lining up. They're not in harmony with the scriptures and the understanding thereof. And it shows. It says, but their heart go forward, which means your mind, go it forward, go it after their covetousness, right? So they want what they want. When they see somebody else, that's why the whole Christian church, if would sum it up, right? It's full of folly and madness, but there's a lot of covetousness going on in there, right? That's why you see a pastor, so-called pastor, driving a Rolls Royce, right? And then you got people that's in part of that so-called church that want to get the same thing, right? So it's about status and all that madness. Let's go here. And our people want our delivery to be in the fashion of a so-called Christian pastor. Now, when we don't come in that fashion, we don't talk that way, we don't tell you what you want to hear, our people, right, start bugging out because they want to hear those smooth words. They want to hear that motivational speak. They want to hear everything is going to be all right and no bad is coming their way, right? That's what they want to hear. We're not going to tell you that. We're going to tell you the truth. See if I got something else. I didn't want to make this too long. Salakia. But let's go here. Romans 11 and 7, it says, "What then, Israel have not obtained that which is seeking for?" So you even got, it's levels to the scripture. You got Israelites, they know they're Israelites, but they still don't know what's going on. They still lost. It's almost like they know they Israelites, but it's like they still in the world. They just know they're Israelites. That's the only thing that's different. It says, "But the election is only about the elect of the nation of Israel." They gotta understand. They're gonna be able to comprehend, right? They're going to be able to digest this whole word completely, even when it comes out rough sometimes. If we think about it like this, if somebody was giving you some serious news and they was like, saying in a rough way, right? And this news can save your life. When you appreciate that news, when you appreciate somebody warning you, right? No matter how bad it came out or whatever, right? How rough it was, rather. But the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. What does this mean? You got Israelites that know they're Israelites. You got Israelites that don't know they're Israelites. You got Israelites from different genres, right? Different beliefs. They believe in all kind of different bugged out things from one extreme to the next, but their mind is blinded from the truth, right? They can't understand nor comprehend the truth, right? Only for the elect. So going back into my point, you got a lot of multitude of our people that know they're Israelites, but they still Christians, right? They soft, right? They're feeble, weak, spirited, right? They can't under no pressure because they haven't been reborn, right? They haven't put on that new man, a new woman, and it shows, right? So this is just another thing that we've been able to point out through the Spirit, what's going on in the nation of Israel, right? That you have Israelites, men and women that they know they're Israelites, but they still completely lost. They got strange doctrines that they believe in. You got Jakes that believe in the book of Enoch. I mean, it's endless. It's endless, right? You got Israelites that only believe in the Torah, right? Only the first 5 books. You got the Old Testament, only Israelites, right? You got Israelites that believe in an Anunnaki. You got Israelites that believe in this Antichrist. This one person gonna pop up on the scene. It's just one extreme to the next. All these poisonous, false doctrines, right? Just because you're Israelite don't mean nothing. It's just really a starting point. You got a lot of work to do, but we see a lot of you Jakes are very mentally unstable and doctrinally unsound. Right? Hopefully, the lesson was edifying. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashim, Yehovah Shai, Bahashim, Rachat Kodash. Shalom.